Hello everyone. Welcome to Honest Meditation Qatar sessions. Today we have Master Ravi Ravi Kiran sir, uh, and I'll introduce him and I will let's start the session. Ravi Kiran sir, living in London since last 11 years, working as an associate director for an IT company. He is one of the founding members of ESSM UK. Ravi Master transformed his life through meditation and realized that with meditation, one can achieve success on personal level, on professional front, financially and spiritually. He started his meditation in 2007 during September, October. His first guru is his wife, uh, Pranahita, who taught Anapanasati meditation over the phone when he was going through deep depression state. Within 40 days after starting the meditation, he transformed his life. Now, conducting, organizing meditation classes, workshops across the locations in UK through Pyramid Meditation Foundation and that is UK with the help of team and other UK senior pyramid masters. We warm welcome to you, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for the kind introduction. So, if you can give me the co-host on both the devices, so that on one I'll share the music and the other I will share the presentation. Yeah. So just give me the co-host, please. Yeah. And also if you can give on the other most. Yeah, thank you, and thank you for having me today. So let us go into meditation now for first few minutes, for maybe for 25-30 minutes, and after that we'll talk about the topic for about 20-25 minutes. Okay, so let us get into meditation now. Thank you. Let me share the music. Meditation is an nature. You've been traveling outside, different states, different countries, meeting different people, been looking for things outside. Let us today travel inside the journey with him. Relax fully from the top of the head Forget about everything, my dear friends. Forget about the family. Forget about the work. Forget about friends. Next few minutes, let us be with ourselves. Relax. Good movement. Complete facial muscles. Okay. Beautiful smile on your face. Relax your neck muscles. Drop the shoulders. Relax biceps, forearms. Rest. Rest. Good. Hands are completely relaxed. Relax your chest, stomach, abdomen, upper back, lower back. Where the attention goes, energy flows. Relax your thigh muscles, calf muscles. Relax ankles, feet, toes. Legs are completely relaxed. Whenever you are ready, shift the focus of your attention to your breathing. The breath that is happening on its own without any effort. There is no effort, my dear friends. Seamless breath. Easy, simple, soft, tender breath that is happening on its own without any effort. Observe your breath. Observe the sensations around the nostrils. Your breath holds your mind. Mind. It is the nature of the mind. The moment you are aware there are any thoughts in your mind, change them. Straight away with them. Gently, softly. Release your hands. Place them on your eyes for a few seconds with a sense of gratitude to our Grand Master, Brahma Shri Pitamaha Patriji, and to all the masters from Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, to all the enlightened masters, whoever is helping us on this journey. With a beautiful smile on the face, gently open your eyes. Okay. Right, Master Sankeet. So maybe we can start in a minute or so. I see your.
Yes, sir. In this 1 minute,
Okay.
you can see.
Yeah, I've seen your message a bit late, but let us start. That's fine. I mean, whoever are supposed to be here, they are here. Whoever are not supposed to be here, they are not here. That's okay. Uh, Everything is happening as per the plan, and let us proceed. Go with the flow. Okay.
Already almost 8 people have joined in the offline
Okay.
from here.
Perfect. Nice.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Thank you. So let me share my screen for today's topic. Let me know when you can see. Can you see it, Sanket? Full screen. Right. I hope you are able to see my screen, Master Sanket. You are on mute. Yeah, I think. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, perfect, sir.
Yes. Yes. So first of all, thank you for having me here today, and so nice of you that you invited me here for this sharing. Whatever I know, it's like a reminder for me as well. And it's just that whenever we are teaching, it's not that whenever we are taking this session, it's not that we are teaching somebody. Okay, it's like teaching the self. So we always learn when we take the sessions, or when we take whatever, when we give the talk on any subject, no matter whether it is a in-depth subject about different dimensions, or about a simple meditation class also, right? So there is something to learn there, whoever is giving the talk as well. So every time they are giving the talk, so they are also a student over there. Okay, so let us today talk about soul consciousness. Okay, so which is developing the soul consciousness. So what are the ways that we keep bringing ourselves and into this consciousness, the soul consciousness? Because every time we are living in this world, it is a beautiful world, right? So it's a materialistic world or physical world. There are so many other names we call it as, it is also part of the bigger, uh, universe, right? So it is also a part of the consciousness, right? So we should not have any aversion, we should not have anything, okay, I'm not like, I don't know why am I here on this planet earth. So when we are in the spiritual path, so it's we tend to talk about, more about, other dimensions and all those things, and then we tend to forget that this is also one of the dimension that we have chosen, right? So let us go into the subject. I'll quickly share maybe 20 minutes. After that we can, if there are any questions, we can take about the, take those questions, or we can close the session, or we can, talk anytime later if we need to speak about it, in more details. Okay, so yeah, so first let us, when we are talking about soul consciousness, yeah, let us understand what does soul mean. Okay, what are we are souls, right? What does it mean? So it means that we are all ECW units, right? So it is called energy. E means energy, C means consciousness, and W means wisdom. Okay, so let us slightly, try to understand about what does this each thing represents, and how do we experience that. Okay, so ECW is energy, consciousness, and wisdom. This is you will notice anywhere, right, on the PSM emblem as well. You will see this, and Patriji talking about this so many times, that we are all energy beings, we are all consciousness, we are all, we have that wisdom, innate wisdom in us, right? So energy, this can be experimented, right? So energy is energy, whether whether there's energy or not, how do you feel it and how do you see it, you can experiment. So when you do meditation, you understand, when you are sitting in meditation for first few days, you realize, you see energy in a different way, right? So something like a something is passing throughout your body, and after a few days you see a lot of energies, feeling here, and some people feel here. And also, when you go to the temple and when you meet some people, they carry some energy, right? So that can be experimented. So which you can kind of witness in different forms and shapes, and in different places, in different situations, with different people and different locations, different places, right? So when you are in Qatar, you sense some kind of energy. When you are in the UK, you sense some kind of energy. When you are in India, you sense some kind of energy, which when you experiment, you will realize. So when you are sensitive, more sensitive, then you feel that energy. Okay, and then consciousness. What is the consciousness, right? So everything is consciousness, right? So we are all sparks of the consciousness. There is a wonderful book by Dr. Newton, which is called Consciousness Heals. If you have not read about it, you can read about it. I really, really loved it. I mean, when I went to India like 2 years ago, I was there and I was attending some workshops. There, I found this book, Consciousness Heals. The moment I saw that, okay, this is something, I need to, it kind of my attention drawn towards that book, and I just immediately bought it and I read it. And I also, somebody asked and I bought a couple of copies to give. That was wonderful, wonderful book. Everybody has to read that. Consciousness Heals by Dr. Newton. So we are all sparks of the consciousness, right? So it has no limits. Okay, consciousness has no limits. It's everything is consciousness. Then where is the limit, right? And it is not non-linear, which means like it is not, in a sequence or in a linear way. It is non-linear. It is in all directions. Okay, that is consciousness, and it is expansive, right? So consciousness, for example, what does it mean by, oh, when you are sitting in meditation, you before sitting in meditation, you feel that you are within this framework of body. Your consciousness is only within this body, and when you meditate, your consciousness expands, and you feel, you expand your consciousness. Some people, they feel like, their consciousness is expanding miles and miles, and there's no limit, there are no borders. Okay, so it is expansive. And wisdom, so we all carry some kind of wisdom. And there is a difference between knowledge and wisdom, right? Knowledge is something you know about everything in the outside of the world, okay, or everything apart from you, right? That is the knowledge. So knowledge about UK, knowledge about this country, knowledge about Qatar, knowledge about India, knowledge about the USA. So you have, that is called knowledge, right? But whereas wisdom is knowing about the self is wisdom. Okay, so that is the knowing about others, knowing about external things is knowledge, but knowing about the self, knowing about the soul, the inner self is wisdom. Okay, so we have that wisdom. The inherent wisdom is already there because we are all part of the same consciousness, and everybody in this whoever is part of this consciousness will carry the same wisdom. In the sense, some people have a different experiences. Based on the experience, you have some kind of wisdom you gain, right? So for example, this is an example I see in many places, that in many books, that mango seed mango seed has that wisdom to become a mango tree, right? So you don't need to put something extra for that mango seed to become a mango tree, is it not? So in the same way, for all of us, for all humans, we have that wisdom to become that part of the supreme soul. Okay, we are souls, right? To become the part of the supreme soul, or to become merged with that all that is, that we have that wisdom. So it's just that, when we it is already there, it's just a matter of realization. Okay, so we need to understand, when we are talking about the soul, we need to understand there are four grand truths. Okay, first, we have a body, but we are not the body. And second, we have the mind, but we are not the mind, and we are not our emotions. Okay, these are the four grand statements. We are not the body, and we are not the mind, we are not our emotions. Okay, we are we are much more than those. We are beyond the body, mind, and beyond these emotions. We are energy, consciousness, and wisdom units. We are ECW units. Okay, so this is what we need to understand. Okay, so this is what soul means. Okay, let's try to understand what are the things to develop the soul consciousness. There are certain things that make us deviate from this soul consciousness. Okay, that is called spiritual bypassing. Okay, so what do we do is, like, if something is not going wrong in our life, we say, like, oh, maybe it is my karma. Okay, or maybe, oh, maybe it is, my past life, I've done this, that's why it is like this. Or maybe if you are having some energy gap between your, whoever it is, friends, right? Or maybe I have something with that person. So we blame the past life, and for the present life, for the present reality, whatever it is happening, we just continuously blame past life, like, no, I cannot do it because I think it is coming from my past life. So that is something we should uh, keenly observe. Very closely we have to observe. So these things that they are making us deviate from the actual path. Okay, where we can develop the soul consciousness, right? So maybe sometimes some people use meditation as escapism. Like, some people, they are very lazy, and then they think that, oh, I'm not like other people who are running towards the money, who are running towards settling in on this planet Earth, and running towards the big bungalows, cars, and materialistic wealth, accumulating the materialistic wealth. So it is okay if they are not really they are really into that deep spirituality, and they are really making the impact to the society, community, and at the same time they are making a growth, in the inner growth. That's okay, but it's like, you need to, there's a thin line between, laziness and, like a dew on the lotus leaf, right? So there's a thin difference, so we need to understand. Okay, some people are like, they are, even though they are in the society, they are like, they are everywhere, but at the same time they are different. But laziness is like, they use the meditation and the spirituality as escapism. But no, I cannot do that. I mean, I don't want to do that, because there is, the people always, in corporate world, they, what do you call, they, uh, uh, do not allow others to grow, kind of things. And everybody wants to uh, get high into the ladder. So those kind of things, they have that in their mind, and they use this spirituality as an escapism to fulfill our physical life duties. Okay, that is one thing we need to really need to make sure that we are not doing that. Okay. And some people about talk about, they, maybe it's in past life, or they have seen some past life, or maybe somebody has said, oh, I think you guys are soulmates in past life, and you are twin mates, soulmates, all these what do you call, subjects and topics. They make a big thing out of it, and they, stick to that, and they go into deep into that, and they give troubles to the other people, something like that. So we should not do like those kind of things, where even though you may be soulmates in the in the previous life. And some people, they think that, the husband and wife mainly, they think that if there is some difference of opinions, and they are not really taking care of each other, and they are, or maybe they are not convinced with the beliefs or opinions of, each other's opinion, then they think that, oh, we are not soulmates. You know what, somewhere I read, soulmates means, it's not somebody who loves you more, who takes care of you more, somebody who help you to grow spiritually. So if, for example, Socrates story, I think you, most of you must have heard about his story, that, you know his wife is always testing his patience. Whenever he goes to home, she used to like fight with him, scold him. And sometimes, once she poured hot tea on his head, and then he was like, ah, she was enjoying, and he was like, he was testing his patience, right? So they are the soulmates. You see, his wife is helping him to develop the patience. So in the other way around also, like, husband is constantly nagging and constantly giving trouble to the wife, is 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 her soulmate. Right? So it may be a different topic, different way of looking at the things. Soulmates are helping each other to grow, right? So it is not necessarily that the other person is completely surrendered, completely, helping you, completely supporting you, always he's agreeing to whatever you say, and is not saying anything, is not reacting. No, that is not soulmate in my opinion. Okay. So if somebody is giving troubles, so think that he's your soulmate, even the outsider or whoever it is, right? So soulmate means it's not just between husband and wife or just friends. Soulmates, it's a group, right? So in the within the consciousness, the sparks of the consciousness within that group, everybody is a soulmate. Okay. And comparing with others, like, oh, no, I mean, I'm not in that group because they are always, they always enjoy these physical things. I'm no, my group is different, comparing with other groups, things like that, right? So these are all come under spiritual bypassing. Okay. And we always say that, okay, oh, those guys, they eat non-vegetarian food. Okay. They are not of our type. When we say we are all one, even the, all the religions and all the people with the vegetarian, vegan, non-vegetarian, whoever it is, breatharians, fruitarians, everybody is in that oneness. Okay. And the moment you separate yourself from that group, You are separating from that wholeness. Okay, you create that separatedness, and when you create that separatedness, and you get the fear. Okay, so this is one thing you need to understand, the spiritual bypassing. So you need to be very careful. Okay, and self inquiry, next thing is self inquiry. So we should always do this self inquiry about ourselves. We should always have these questions asked to ourselves, right? So who am I? This is the most powerful question. Every time, you sit in meditation, or every time you are in dilemma, or every time, so things are not going well, you should always ask, who am I? you know uh, is it, am I a body, am I my mind? Always, Ramana Maharshi, he got enlightened just with self inquiry, the who am I question. He always says, just go and ask yourself, who am I? Just do that self inquiry. So this is the question you should ask yourself. Okay, and also you should ask, what is the purpose of my life? Okay, what is my soul plan? You should ask questions yourself, so that when you ask the questions, the answers will come automatically, okay, from inside. And you should understand about, what is the meaning of my life? Why am I here? Is it only to uh, work from 9 to 5, and just eat, sleep, and then that's it? Or is there anything else? Okay, these kind of questions you should ask. And what happens after death? Okay, was I there on this planet Earth before? Is there such thing exist actually? Do we have this reincarnation? So all these kind of questions you should ask yourself, and you should read, you should listen to the people. Okay, so we are there on this planet Earth before. We've been here in many lifetimes. Okay, and we may come back again onto this planet Earth, right? Because we don't know that we have taken many lifetimes. We think that whatever is there happening in this lifetime, it is happening just like that, without any reason, and you feel that I am the victim, right? So we need to understand, because we don't know the full picture, that whatever is happening now is because of whatever was done in the past, right? So for every action there's a reaction. The action you have done in the past, and the reaction is happening now. But because we don't know what happens after the death, and we don't know whether we were here on this planet before or not, so we again blame, right? People, we blame the situations, that why me always, why me always. So these are the things we need to, always keep asking the questions, this kind of self inquiry. Like, again, you can ask, like, do I have the free will, or is it everything a destiny? Yeah, is it like, if you see all the greatest enlightened masters, they know that there is a free will exist. For example, our grandmaster Patriji, so he could have simply lived his life after enlightenment, but he used his free will to, you know transform the whole world to the whatever the extent he could, within his capacity, and whatever, no, not within his capacity actually, even there, like, he did much more than, whatever he could, like, because of his free will. And he could have, like, simply said, okay, I am enlightened now, I will only tell the people who ever come to me. No, he used his free will, and he went out and he taught meditation to millions and millions of people, right? So these are the things we need to ask the questions to ourselves. Is there anything only destiny, or is there a free will? Everyone will have their own free will. Okay, we should respect that free will. Okay, so uh, this is the biggest greatest truth, is that we have free will. That's why, like, enlightened masters, they know this truth. That's why they intend and manifest, because we have this free will. Okay, so Patriji intended that, he wanted to spread meditation, he wanted to do dhyan jagat. He intended and he manifested, is it not? Right? So let us go into this. What is stopping us uh, to go into, always think in terms of the soul and developing the soul consciousness. What is that it is stopping? Yeah. So everybody knows it's our ego. It's our ego which makes us experience the suffering, which makes us others feel that they are less than us, they are inferior. So this our ego, you know it is it is creating the experience of suffering. Okay, we carry a lot of things in our minds, entangled, one of one above other. So many things are entangled, so we carry so many things, and they are not in order. They are like, uh, randomly connected to each other. And then because of that, we lose the meaning of life, and then we just simply react from the ego, right? So first of all, uh, we need to understand that we are all same. Yeah, that is the greatest truth, is that we are all same, equally same. It's just that everybody is playing a different game their own way. Nobody's wrong here, nobody's right here. I mean, everybody's right. Okay, nobody's wrong, right? I like idli eating completely dipped in sambar. Somebody wants to just touch and eat. Somebody wants to eat with chutney. So it is his own way of eating the idli, right? He's okay and I'm okay, we are all same. It's just that the game we are playing is different way. Same game, this human body coming onto this planet earth, we are playing the same game, but we are playing differently because you have your own way of doing the things. Okay, you have your own unique way of thinking about the things, right? So our ego, which is stopping us to see the things as they are. Okay, that is the problem. Okay, and our ego is like, when we are really happy, and whatever it is, like if the group is happy and group is doing the way they want to everything, and because of our ego, we kind of, no, this is not the way we should do, this is how it should be, because whatever I know, that is the truth. Whatever I trust, that is the truth. Okay, whatever I believe, that is the truth. Okay, so the ego takes away the joy. Okay, drop the ego and always focus on the essence of everything. What is the essence of our this talk today? Okay, what is the essence of doing this weekly wisdom sharing sessions? What is the essence of teaching meditation and spreading meditation by different people, different groups in the same country, in the same village, in the same city? Okay, what is the essence? Everybody wants to uh, spread the meditation, spread the truth. Okay, and because of the ego, we think that, okay, why? Because I am doing it already, why you want to do it? Okay, so it will be there, and even the other person also thinks that, no, I only want to do it. Okay, so that's one thing we need to understand, ego to non-ego, right? So we have to move from ego to the essence, moving from the ego to understanding the essence. That's ego to non-ego. And let us understand what is the difference between ego consciousness and soul consciousness. Ego ego consciousness is like, it's a lower mind. It's not the highest mind, it's not the higher mind, it's a lower mind. Okay, people who think low, that is the ego consciousness, and the soul consciousness, higher mind. Okay, and ego consciousness is focuses, if there is a tree, ego consciousness is focuses only on the leaf. Why that leaf is like that? Why is he doing like that? Okay, when people are in the soul consciousness, they think about the tree, whole tree, right? Oh, tree, such a beautiful tree. Okay, and there will be few bits and pieces, they are dried leaves, or they are like, there are marks, spots on the leaves. They don't care about it. Okay, so that's the different. Okay, that's the soul consciousness. And ego, like we hold on to our own viewpoint, like, okay, this is the way it should happen. Only on Friday at 3 o'clock it should happen. And if you are not allowing on other days, then it is like, if somebody thinks that, okay, no, it is good on Thursday, it is good on Sunday, it is good on Saturday. Okay, if you are not allowing it, it's like, we are holding on to our own viewpoint. Okay, and some people, they have this attachment to what is known, like what is already they know and what is already follow. For example, I follow cooking. I used to, like, I used to make dal, which is like, lentil soup, sambar, in the way that I want, because that's how I learned from my mom. And when I came to this country, and because where we had to cook ourselves in 2010, 2011, then I was like, no, this is the way we have to cook. The other ways are like, I don't like it, because this is how I know. Right? I have that attachment to that kind of taste, sambar taste, which my mom used to cook. Okay, so we are attached to what is known, and we have that resistance to change. Change in the taste, change in the circumstances, change in the location, change in the job. We have that resistance. Change in the way that, we go to a different places. If we want to go to a place, we always go in one route. And one day, if somebody says, let's go in this way, no, I don't want to go, because I never went that way. So, just a minute, I'll have some water. So these are the things that ego consciousness, like ego thing, it always compares with others. It criticizes, no, whatever he has done is, I think he could have done that way, he could have done this way. And there are conflicts in the ego consciousness. Okay, but whereas in soul consciousness, they are like, there is simplicity, there is equanimity. Okay, and ego consciousness separates. Okay, it is like, there are some conditions, and only this way, then only I will be with this group, then only I will be with this person. So the moment things are not in the way that we expect, so we have some kind of fear, some kind of insecurity. And the moment we have that, we create that separatedness. Okay, and because of the separatedness, so when we are together, even when you see that, when you have sticks, one stick, okay, you can break it easily. When you have 100 sticks tied together and then try to break it, will it break? No. So because of this fear, insecurity, there is a separatedness. Because of the separatedness, you are separated from the whole thing, right, which is very strong. You are separated, then there's a lack of energy. That's why you break easily. You break emotionally, you break mentally, you break physically, you know uh, but whereas in soul consciousness, it is, everything is inclusiveness. It unifies, everything is united, right? That's the soul consciousness. And in ego consciousness, we feel like, I'm special, I'm spiritual, I'm a meditator, I eat vegetarian food, I'm a vegan, I'm special. You feel special. The moment you feel special, that's it, gone. You are completely bypassed your spirituality. You are completely in a spiritual bypassing. You are not in the spirituality anymore. Okay, and you feel superior, that because I am eating vegetarian food. Okay, so that's why it creates a separatedness, right? So that's the ego consciousness. Okay, does that make sense? And in ego, I mean, see, you can have positive esteem, that you're feeling good about yourself. Okay, I'm happy, I'm so peaceful. Okay, I'm very comfortable with myself. That is okay. It's a positive esteem, like, I'm good, I'm confident. You're feeling good about it. No, I am only good. I can only take this subject very nicely. Nobody else can talk about this. Nobody else can teach about meditation as good as I teach. Somebody is teaching. No, he should have told in other way. Why he told, like, like that. So those kind of things. So why all of these ego things come? Because because of the ignorance of own self. We don't understand ourselves fully that we are all one, right? So birth of the ego is through ignorance, and the death of the ego is, yeah, the death of the ego is from the awareness. Every time we observe, what are we, how are we reacting, are we responding, are we reacting, in which case we are reacting. Let us try to be aware in that situation. This is like a day-to-day learning. 10 years ago I was completely different, and 8 years ago I was not the same that I was 10 years ago. And 5 years ago, I was different. Completely. Now I'm completely different. So every time with awareness, you transform yourself, you change yourself. So this ego is like, there are like gross ego is there, and there are like subtle ego is there, like stula ahankara and sukshma ahankara. And the danger of all the egos is spiritual ego, right? Which is very, very sukshma, which is very subtle. You don't even realize that, I'm spiritual, you know I only need to take the classes. And they don't even know that they have this ego. Okay, so that is very, very important that, we address these issues, we recognize them. Less ego, less issues, less suffering. More ego, more suffering. No ego, no suffering, right? So we have to come out of this feeling special and having this self importance. Always you feel like, I need to be given the importance more than over others. And even if you are giving importance to somebody more and somebody less, then even you are kind of operating from that ego, because okay, that guy is good, that guy is more, has more wisdom. Did you ever see that Patriji treating different people differently? No, no, right? So that's what we need to learn from Patriji. Okay, not the subject from different subjects from different dimensions and anything, people talking about connecting to that atma, this atma, purnatma, and that is good. I'm saying like that is more than that. This is important. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, more than that. And you are connecting to that, beings, other side beings, and you giving the importance to only those people. Oh, that master, she's wonderful, she's having third eye, and let us have her and give her like a separate. And when the other people are like, they are there, there are many people, and you are treating only one person especially, with taking care of her, and with so much of care and so much of this thing, and not taking care of others intentionally, then it is like you are operating from ego. So you need to understand this. Okay, how do we overcome this ego? Okay, so there are many ways, as we are talking, many we spoke, right? So we should not have that self importance always. We should not feel that only our problems are problems, not other problems are not problems, right? So it's like, we always think that, okay, first my problem should be addressed. So those kind of things we should not have. Okay, let us come out of that kind of thinking, and start talking to the plants and trees, and loudly go out, spend time in the nature, and connecting to yourself, will help you to come out of this ego. You can overcome the ego. And grounding, what does grounding mean? Is like, grounding means coming to the reality, not always talking the those you know ESP, other side of the things, those kind of things, right? So just be grounded, come to the reality, be on the earth. Okay, some people, they say that, oh, I don't feel like staying here, I want, this is my last janma, I only want this one, this should be my last janma, this place is not good. Okay, so come to the reality. Okay, that is the grounding. So only then you will come out of the ego. Okay, just accept the fact that we are normal beings, simple being. Did you ever see Patriji talking about, I am great, I have these powers? Did you ever see he feeling proud about his society? Okay, his people, his whatever the pyramid centers. Did you ever see him feeling proud about it? No. So he's always grounded. And I see when he came to UK, he was like just for the sake of teaching meditation to one person, he was on the road singing a song for that person and explaining about the meditation. He could have like, why would I teach like one person? Did he say that? No. He's grounded. He come to the, when he comes to the other countries, overseas, is teaching one person is also important. It's grounded, always grounded. So we should have that grounding. Okay, and always not all fly in the air. Okay, so be grounded and talk to the plants and trees, taking care of others, someone who you don't like, with with so much of love and from bottom of your heart. Okay, and sometimes always we the moment we talk about some concept, oh, I know it. Okay, so that shows that your ego over there, like, oh, I know it, oh, yes, that is a wonderful experience. I do get that kind of experience, and you talk about it more and more, and you try to prove that you are a great thing in that particular skill. All those things, like, they are developing your ego, not the soul consciousness. They are developing your body consciousness, your these other things. Okay, and sometimes if required, where people are more interested about the personal things, you can change the surroundings. You connect to these platforms on these forums. So this is, again, it's a changing the surrounding. Even though I'm in this area. Okay, so talking with the people on the Zoom, this is another group. This is changing the surrounding also. This is also kind of changing the surroundings, right? And meditation is a very big, wonderful tool to overcome the ego. Okay, so this is briefly I wanted to explain, because the time is already over. Let us stop here, and if anybody has any questions or anything, if you want to share, please do share. Okay.
Hello. Thank you so much, sir. It was really a good topic, developing the soul consciousness. And everyone has to realize that we are not just this body, we are the soul ultimate. That is the biggest transformation you can have, from body consciousness to moving to soul consciousness. Once we realize that, then everything is free. Because of this body consciousness, we are so much attached to the body. Anything happens, we are depressed, or that have happening in life, and we are attached to the materialistic things basically. Once we know that we are the soul, nothing we're going to carry in the life. So we'll be happy with what is already there with us. That is
Yes.
the biggest wisdom we should everyone should realize. We are the soul, not just this body. Thank you so much, sir, for this amazing topic. If anyone has any questions, please you can just unmute yourself and speak. Otherwise, you can end the sessions. Thank you so much once again for your time and wisdom sharing. For the people of Qatar here, all.
Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for making me to go through this subject. And it's like, as I said, I'm also a student now here. Thank you. Yeah, I hope
Yes.
everyone is okay. If nobody has any questions, we can close the session now.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, masters. Once again, we'll meet next week with one more master, with one more wisdom. Just meditate every day and enjoy your life and lead happy and miraculous life. Thank you so much, master.